Shalom, shalom, shalom. I do hope everyone is well. This is the day that Yah has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I give praise and honor to the Most High Yah because He is good and He is worthy to receive all praise. Regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what you may be feeling, Yah is good and He's worthy to be praised. So we should always offer Him the sacrifice of praise, and I'm giving Him the sacrifice of praise today because He deserves it. You know, when you don't feel like it, that's when I believe you should do it, because He deserves it. Yah is good, and He is loving, and He's kind, and He's long suffering, and He's patient, and He's tender, and He's forgiving, and He's merciful towards us, and we ought to give Him praise just because of who He is. First Timothy, I think it's Timothy, First or Second Timothy, but Timothy tells us that even when we are not faithful, Yah remains faithful because He cannot deny Himself. And so we're thanking Him for His faithfulness. Psalm 67 says that when the people praise Yah, then the earth will release her increase. And so I want to encourage you today to give Yah the praise. Give Him all the glory, regardless of wherever you are today. Give Yah the praise, for He is good. I came to encourage you today. I made a note some weeks ago to encourage you to fast. I know a lot of people find fasting challenging, but I found fasting to be very, very helpful. It is a tool that is very necessary in your walk with the Most High. There are many reasons to fast, and there are different types of fast. And in the Hebrew, fast means to cover over the mouth. And we have many examples in the scripture where the people of the Most High fasted. So normally when you fast, you would go without food and water. You know, you're bringing your body under subjection, and there are spiritual benefits to fast, and also natural health benefits to fast. You know, but of course we're going to talk about the natural, the spiritual, and fasting you will get the natural benefits as well. But spiritually, I find that fasting is and it ends your spiritual walk, your spiritual growth, because when you're fasting, you are putting your flesh under subjection, and you're spending time with the Most High, so your spirit man becomes strengthened. And we need to have our spirit man strengthened at this time. We need to be spiritually alert, you know. And I find that fasting helps your spiritual sense to become stronger. Your gifts of the spirit is developed, you know. And so in the scriptures, we are told in the book of Daniel that Daniel fasted for like 21 days. And even though we said before that food fast means to cover your mouth, which means you're going out food, in the scriptures Daniel fasted for 21 days, and he fasted eating just fruits and vegetables. And so we see that there are different kinds of fasts, and a fast could be for however length of time that you feel led to do it. And so he fasted for 21 days because he was praying to the Father and petitioning the Father about a situation, seeking understanding of a situation, an answer. And so that's the fast he went on before Yah. And so that's one kind of fast, where you can fast for food with fruits and vegetables, nuts, or you can fast without, with just nothing, no water, no food. You can fast with just liquids. With water, you can fast with just natural juice. Persons fast use different ways to fast, because you have some people just find it difficult to fast. I mean, fast is a discipline. You're going without food, and if your body is already used to eating, you would find that it's challenging. But I want to encourage you to do it, and you can start at your pace. You can start with just probably one meal a day if you have never done it before. Just fast for that morning. So you fast from sunrise to at least noon, and you would just drink water. Or you can start with the Daniel fast, so to speak, where you just eat fruits and vegetables for a period of time until you get your body into used to fasting. Or you can fast like from sunrise to sunset. I fast like that very often. Sunrise to sunset, especially when you working, because it's taxing on your body. And so to go be on your job and you're fasting without food, you tend to feel it very quickly. And so normally if I'm not at work, I fast where it's nothing, or for a longer period of time. But I want to encourage you to get into the habit of fasting. I've even experienced where I fasted things like I've mentioned before, that I have not been going on Facebook. And so because I needed a break, so I said I take a fast from Facebook. And in the past I fasted TV, where I just would not watch any TV, and I would spend that time reading the scripture and in prayer. And see, when you fast, that's what you should be doing. You should be fasting and praying, so that's what I did. When I didn't watch TV, I would just spend that time in the presence of the Most High and reading the scripture. And I find that that is the reason today why I don't watch TV a lot, because I did it. And so after you would have done it for a period of time, you tend to lose that interest in the TV. That's what happened with me, so. And also you can fast particular foods, and I'm saying giving you these options, so for those of you who are not used to fasting, I mean, it would help you to get into the mindset or the attitude of fast. But before I go on any fast, I pray. If I feel it in my spirit that the Father's leading me on a fast, I normally just pray and ask Him to help commit my body and my mind to it. I call my body into alignment. And I find that when I pray and commit myself to the Father, when I'm going through the fast, I don't feel a lot of that natural hunger for food, So you should start, if you're going on a fast, you should pray before and ask the Father to really strengthen you and lead you and strengthen you to, as you go into the fast, to mentally and spiritually, mentally and emotionally prepare you for a fast. But I want to say to you that fasting is very important for your prayer life. It really helps your prayer life. And we see in the scriptures that we have examples where people fasted for many different reasons. David fasted in 2 Samuel chapter 12. Remember when Nathan came to him and told him that the child would die that he had from the adulterous relationship, and David fasted before the Father for 7 days. He laid, then he didn't eat nor drink, and he was interceding on behalf of the child, that the child would not die. And the child died because he had already established that the child would die. And after, when they came and told him the child was dead, he got up, because he was fasting for that. So you can fast to have the Father intervene in a situation. Fast because you're petitioning the Most High about the thing, and like in the case of David, well, maybe he would not grant it, maybe he will, but you go onto the Father on a fast because you need Him to intervene. You may be in a situation and you just need Him to intervene on your behalf in that situation. You may have a family member who's not well, and you want to go on a fast seeking the Father to heal the family member, And also we see in 2 Chronicles, King Jehoshaphat, when the Moabites and the Ammonites were coming out against him, they told him, you have all these people coming against you. He called a fast. He called Judah, come, let's fast. And so they went on a fast. And that's another reason that you can fast. You have the enemy coming up against you. You know, you may be encountering a lot of obstacles, hostility. You battling in a situation, and you need Yah to intervene. You know, Satan is using people to come up against you, and you just need Yah to intervene. You may have a situation where things just going crazy in your life, and you need some answers. You know, so you would go on a fast for those, for that. And then we have Queen Esther. Queen Esther qualifies when there was a decree out against Yehuda, and she called the fast because she needed to have an uninvited audience with her husband, who was the king. So she told him to fast because I'm gonna have to go in. He didn't call for me, I'm gonna have to go. And you know, when you go, she was saying, when you go before the king and you were not called, you're risking death. And so she went in and she fasted because she was fasting for favor, that the Father would give her favor with her husband, the king. And so they are some of the examples as to why you can fast, you know, and you can have other reasons to fast. But I want to encourage you to fast. Many of us are not fasting, and we are living defeated lives, and that could be the reason why you are living a defeated life, because you are not fasting. And so the enemy is just causing havoc in your life. You are being defeated, you're being beat up and down. You understand? And so I want to encourage you to fast. If you have been in a situation for the longest and you just don't see no way out, and you feel like you are really defeated, and you need Yah a victory, you need Yah to come through, go on a fast. You understand me? If you're a wife and you and your husband battling, come together in a corporate fast, a prayer of agreement fast. You understand me? And invite the Father to come in and fix the situation for you. We don't have to be as defeated. You know, if we start using the weapon of fasting and prayer, you know, to our spiritual life. You know, I've experienced fasting. I fast, you know, and I don't tell people. And that's another thing. Yahushua said that, you know, when you fast, you do it in secret, and Yah would reward you. So you don't go around announcing to people that you're fasting, and you don't go around looking tired and sad that you're fasting. You're doing it in secret. It's a sacrifice. It's between you and Yah, unless you're doing it in agreement with someone else. But no one else needs to know. You don't go around announcing, "Oh, child, I'm fasting." Like I saw on Facebook when I was there last, someone talked about their Daniel fast. They want a Daniel fast, and I was like, okay, isn't it supposed to be a secret? You know, nobody gotta know that. You don't go announcing it. You understand? Because it's not supposed to make yourself look all spiritual. Oh, I just fast, John, I just fast. You know, it's not about that. You understand? But it is necessary. So it is very necessary. And like I said, I've tried to fast regularly, because with me, well, I need to stay focused. And I need to stay focused. So I've fasted because like I said, I need to stay focused. It really helps me to keep my mind and my spirit in tune, and Gail, and just keep my flesh under subjection. Yeah, because sometimes I could get real out there, real emotional, real, and you know, nobody know you like you and the Messiah and Asatan. And so once upon my life, I could have been very confrontational. And so over the years, I've fasted to break some of those bad habits, those strongholds in my life. And so that's other reasons that you can fast. You may know your personal struggle that you're dealing with, and you need the Father to break the back of the enemy in your life, to pull down some strongholds that you are dealing with. And you would go on a fast and ask the Father to come and bring deliverance and victory in those areas. So I want to encourage you to fast. Start however you're comfortable with. 1 meal, 2 meal, water, just fruits and vegetables. Fast the TV. It's an act of discipline. So you're starting out where you can you get your mind and your body used to it. You understand me? So you don't want to go and say, "Oh, child, I can go on a 3-day fast." You will never fast a day in your life. You understand me? So take it small, gradually, and get yourself used to it. But I want to encourage you, if you do not fast, this is the time to start fasting. You know, because you need to have to your spiritual discernment. Everything will become more awakened, you know, and tuned with the Most High. I didn't intend for this to be this long, and I made notes. These car talks, I can't use notes with the car talk, but yeah. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. I wanted to encourage you with that, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I've been praying for the subscribers to this channel. I feel an obligation to you, because I'm like one of the sisters said to me when I first started, don't get caught up on the numbers. I'm not caught up on the numbers, because the more people subscribe, the more people you're responsible for. And so those of you who have subscribed, I'm grateful, and I'm praying that the Father would strengthen you, bring you closer to Him, deeper with Him. Whatever your needs are, that Yah would meet your needs, and your relationship with the Most High will go deeper, from heights to deeper heights. Just go deep in Him, and you will love Him, fall in love with Him all over again, and your experiences with Him will become more and more real. So love you, be encouraged. Let's start fasting, because listen, it's necessary. Shalom, shalom.